Was the case built on facts or allegations? New testimony has placed Adams' A1 statement under scrutiny after it was described as sparse on facts. Watch the video as we break down the timeline.
Or in Soweto, Orlando, of corruption and fraud relating to the appointment of Brigadier Mukwele.
I'll have to just check on that, so because I think when we're looking at Orlando and Valeria, I'm sitting with Valeria.
It doesn't matter whether it's Orlando or Valeria. The point is it was in October 2024. We've established that. And I'm saying in October 2024, no case was opened saying the appointment of Brigadier Mukwele was fraudulent or there was corruption in that.
Yes, specifically, if I can recall, so subject to correction, in the docket or the affidavit that was there was no specific name to a brigadier or anything, just nepotism and family members and stuff like that that was mentioned.
And because she had not been appointed at that point, so yes, the cases that were opened in Cape Town and Orlando related to this complaint that you see in the Section 27 affidavit that all the colonels, he says it is concerning to note that all the colonels employed in crime intelligence, none of them are suitable for the post to which they are appointed.
Commissioner, where are you reading that from?
I'm reading the Section 27 affidavit, paragraph 4. Colonel, maybe we can do this in the interest of time. If I am wrong that the Cape Town cases and the Orlando cases did not concern the complaint about the appointment of Brigadier Mukwele, you can, after lunch, I assume you would have looked at this after lunch, you can say to me, yes, Commissioner, you are wrong. That was one of the complaints in the dockets, or you are correct. None of the dockets had to do with that case.
I will respond to you then, sir.
All right.
We've made a note of that, Commissioner. We'll look into that. So the next date I'm able to locate is the date of the 20th of November. And now I ask us to go back to MK15. So we're done with MK16, which is that referral letter, quote unquote. We'll come back to it in a different context. But for the moment, at least we've established a particular date there. My next date I could locate is the 20th of November, 2024. And that date is at page 289 of MK15. And if you go to page 291, it bears two names. It's signed, it's the name of Lieutenant General Jacobs, but then it appears to be signed by Major General Gladler, who affixes his stamp there. And it's dated the 20th of November, 2024. You see that?
Correct.
So I'm not going to quibble about whether or not Major General Gladler was authorized to sign on behalf of General Jacobs. That's not the point. It's just the date I'm interested in.
Correct.
Below that, looks like there is space for the Divisional Commissioner Legal Services, S. Chamani, to sign, but no signature is appended.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, if we look at this information note, it states at page 289, under background, it summarizes the essence of the respective dockets. At 2.2.1, it says a report was compiled wherein the allegation that there was interference from both the provincial offices were reported and found to be unfounded. Then if we go over LIF at 290, it gives the background, the discussion, basically summarizing the gist of the complaints. But I'm interested for our purposes at paragraph 3.3. As part of the protocols to address service complaints, an affidavit is obtained from the complainant. Colonel Phillips of this office was tasked to obtain the affidavit. However, after numerous attempts, it seems as if the complainant is evading the request. Please find Colonel Phillips' affidavit as proof hereof. You can jump then ahead at 292. That appears to be the affidavit of Colonel Phillips. It is what it is. Now, at 292, that's the affidavit of Colonel Phillips. Staying with this particular document, at page 290, it concludes with a recommendation at 4.1 and states, due to the sensitive nature of the allegations which has been being widely announced by the complainant, it is imperative that before any criminal investigation is launched, your office peruse the affidavits to provide a legal opinion on whether the element of a crime exists and to advise on a way forward. And overleaf at 4.2, the author states, if your office is in support of the request, please find the dockets for perusal. So we are now on the 20th. On the 20th,
And this is addressed to?
And this is addressed to the Divisional Commissioner Legal Services, SAPS, within SAPS. My understanding of this chain of correspondence is the inspectorate is still seized with the complaint and trying to establish facts and to determine the complaint as proffered by Mr. Adams. And for that purpose, at this point, they are now seeking a legal opinion internally from the SAPS Legal Services Department. So that's where we are at.
Correct.
By now, they have failed, according to Colonel Phillips, to meet with the complainant, being Mr. Adams. And most importantly, before we leave this document, in 3.2, it notes, and I quote, the affidavits in the dockets are basic and in the opinion of this office lack the elements of a crime. The author expresses that view, sends the dockets instruction to collect, and then disseminate the dockets amongst the various investigators. How does it work once they're collected?
Trace the dockets, find where they are, get hold of the dockets, bring it, let the team sit with it, let's look what's in this dockets, and then we'll be further briefed by the chief.
To your knowledge, at this point, had there been any engagement between IDEC and SAPS generally about these dockets at all by the 6th of December?
During December, there was engagements like...
No, I'm interested in the 6th specifically.
I cannot remember, a specific date, but all what I'm safe to say is during December, there were engagements with SAPS with regards to the dockets, to get these dockets, case dockets that were open, where are they, and then get the dockets so we can see what is in the dockets. So you would have went to the police station, and from the police station tracked, where are the dockets from there.
I ask this because if you turn to page 300 of MK15, that is a screen grab of WhatsApp communication between DPC, Detective Major General Kumalo, I think. If you look at that screen grab and you keep your finger there, and let's go back to page 272. You don't have to. at 272, as part of the list of annexures, at item 2.6, that is described as WhatsApp message to Major General Khumalo, Gauteng DPC, crime detection.
That is correct, 2.6.
That's 2.6, yes. So that 2.6 is our screen grab. And that screen grab reads thus, or the communication there. It's dated the 6th December 2024. Good day, General. Please let me know when I can call. It is in connection with the Fadil Adams dockets. IDEC is here with me pertaining to the dockets. So IDEC would seem to be at the inspectorate by the 6th of December.
According to what I see from,
yes,
from the documents and the date, then the 6th, Rapetsu, who went to fetch the dockets, must have went on that same day, which means that the briefing would have taken place on that particular day too.
Okay. So, and here I guess I call for logic. How would Mr. Rapetsu know where they are on the 6th? How did he know that they were at the inspectorate?
Councillor, just to be, I think it's something that's best asked for him.
Yes.
What he would do, but if you're asking me, I'm giving an opinion.
Yes,
I would. My starting point will be the police station. Yes. Go and see the branch commander, station commander, then the branch commander, and where is this docket? What is the status of it? That's what I would do. But I don't know what he did going and how he went about it.
Did he have any role, specific role in your investigation?
Remember, as I indicated initially, there's the team of investigators.
Yes.
One will assist the other, and one will carry the docket. So with Rapetsu, and as I indicated, there were several dockets. So with Rapetsu, he assisted on the first one and the second one, meaning with the Brooklyn CAS for 542, which the appointment of Mokwele. His starting point was getting the dockets, and I know that he worked on the Lushaba matter.
Yeah, my question was whether or not he worked on your. My question was whether he worked on your investigation.
He would have assisted.
In what capacity and how?
If there was perhaps maybe a subpoena or fetch something or whatever, it's assistance to it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Is he, just for interest's sake, so I can understand, is he a junior to you?
Yes.
Okay. So for purpose of this particular investigation, he would have been somebody who's rendering assistance to you, and he executes such duties as you direct.
Yes, but just to go back again, it's not me giving him directions and instructions. It's the chief that gives the instructions as to what we have to do. And then on my particular case, he assisted, and wherever assistance was needed, he will be tasked on it.
Okay. But you didn't ask him to go retrieve the dockets from the inspectorate?
It's not my tasking.
So I guess he's best placed to answer who had instructed him and how that person knew where they are.
Correct.
Regard being had to the fact that the preliminary investigation is approved on the 6th, and on the very 6th, already Mr. Rapetsu is at the inspectorate.
Yes.
My next
sorry. Just to understand this, Colonel, are you suggesting that the chief investigator at every turn would be the one giving instructions for whatever was necessary to be done, to then be done? You are the lead investigator, so I do not quite get it why, for example, on simple issues like leg work, because it was basically leg work for Mr. Rapetsu to go find the dockets. I do not understand for something like that why it would not be you giving the instruction. At every turn, the chief investigator must give instructions at every turn. Is that what you are saying? Or if that's not the case, what would be the instances where the chief investigator would give instructions, and what would the instances be where you would be the one giving instructions to whoever you had to give instructions?
Thank you, Chair, Commissioners. At the start of the investigation, remember there's a number of allegations, and so the specific, like for example, the dockets, now he's got that, but with the particular docket that I am working with, if there's something I need in that, I would task him. It does not mean the chief, I must go to the chief to tell him. He's working with me, we are together, and he's assisting on it. So I can say, you know what, do a section 28 there, or get me this, that. I don't mean that every time I need him or somebody else, it has to go through the chief. The chief is just there to brief on the different investigations. This is yours, you handle this, and it goes forward from there. And then obviously the feedback will go, and the monitoring of the process will go channel back to him.
So with regard to the fetching of the dockets or retrieval, would the chief have been involved because there was more than just your docket?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And before we leave this particular annex, Chair, just to record that it's dated the 6th of December 2024, as I indicated, with a timestamp of 1456. You see it on the first message, and main message follows at 1458. So we're around the 3 p.m. time mark.
Correct, I note the time.
My next event, now whether or not, if I may say, Mr. Rapetu obtained the dockets, I do not know. I don't, and when he did so, I don't have a date for that. Would you by any chance know whether he did manage to locate the dockets, and if so, when?
Chair, Commissioners, I would not know a specific date when he got the dockets, but I know he did get the dockets because I saw the dockets.
When did you see them?
December.
Give a rough estimate.
I'm not too sure when.
Okay, but it was in December.
I'm recalling quite deep into my memory, so I'm not too sure when, because he had those 6 or 7 dockets with him.
Okay, I'll accept that. My next timeline, we are now back into SAPS internal system, staying with MK 15293. This is, if you go to page 296, it's a document dated 11 December 2024, signed by the Divisional Commissioner, Legal Services, Lieutenant General Chamani. And if we go back to 293, which is the start of the document, on my reading of this document, which of course may be wrong, this is the legal opinion that was sought internally within the inspectorate regarding the dockets.
Yes.
Okay.
The document itself.
The document itself. Now, this is the last of the documents as I have to establish a timeline, because my next date is the 6th of January 2025, which, as we know, is the date on which Chief Perumal obtained this A1 statement from Mr. Adams.
Correct.
So that's where I end. So I take it, is it fair to assume that by the 6th of January 2025, you at least had the contents of the docket, of the dockets? You had familiarized yourself with the contents of these various dockets?
Yes.
Okay. We have dealt with Mr. Adams's A1 statement, and I think we can agree that it's rather sparse on fact. We dealt with that yesterday. It just has the two paragraphs, yes. Mr. Adams' statement,
yes.
Where he speaks of manipulation of yes. processes, and then how the other kennels were prejudiced thereby.
Correct.
You seemed to strain your ears when Ms. Sillo said that affidavit, that A1 statement is sparse on the facts. You heard that part.
The paragraph 2 and the paragraph 3, that I can recall.
No, it was even before that. Ms. Sillo said that A1 statement is sparse on facts. Did you hear that part?
No, I didn't hear that one.
I thought so. I saw you straining your ears.
Yeah, okay, that's exactly what I said. Do you agree with me that it's rather thin on facts, that A1 statement?
The A1 statement of Mr. Adams?
Yes.
It's an allegation.
And I want to know, I'm more interested in how much it assists with establishing facts, and I'm saying it is rather thin in that regard.
It's a fact what he said.
We're talking past one another. We're talking past one another. I'll try again. Let's go to it. I think it's easier. It should be your CJC 377, which is at file 3, starting at page 681. Have you located CJC 377, starting at page 681?
That's correct.
We dealt with it yesterday. It's got the cover page, 2 pages. The actual statement starts at page 683. You recall in dealing with this affidavit, the 2-page document, we concluded that the issues are addressed specifically in paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. That's all it tells you. The other paragraphs are either introductory or they give a conclusion by the deponent. So our key paragraphs are paragraphs 2 and 3. And that's all it tells us.
Yes.
And it is on that basis I say, if that's a totality of it, it is rather sparse on facts. It's very thin on facts, this document. Would you agree?
The paragraph 2 and 3.
Yes.
It's when I read it, and as I explained previously, it's an allegation, a serious allegation. And what I see here is an allegation.
Yes.
There's no fact in it.
Yes.
It still has to be investigated.
Yes.
Further. Thank you.
So I'm saying, yes, there are allegations, but those allegations are not based on any stated fact here. There are no facts to support the allegations expressed here.
It's an allegation at that time on the document.
Okay, does it have facts, this document? Sorry, Chair.